All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're going somewhere I think a lot of people don't think about too much, but I bet everybody uses the services of these people,
Yeah, I think that's true.
and that is the world of customs brokers.
Yeah, customs brokers.
These are the people who make sure all that stuff that you order
Right.
from, halfway around the world
Mm-hmm.
actually arrives at your door.
Exactly.
And today we're looking at excerpts from a customs broker license course.
Oh, wow.
So this is what people actually have to go through
Yeah.
to get certified
Yeah.
to become one of these customs brokers.
Fascinating.
So I don't know about you, but I think when most people click that add to cart button
Right.
on whatever website they're ordering from,
Uh-huh.
they probably don't think too much about what happens after that.
No, I think most people don't think about it at all.
But so much happens after that.
A lot happens. It's really a complex web of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, regulations, tariffs, security checks.
Yeah.
I mean, all kinds of things.
It's like a whole hidden world
It is absolutely.
that most of us are totally oblivious to.
And these customs brokers, they're navigating that world every single day.
Right.
So we are kind of letting people in on this.
Yeah.
Giving a behind-the-scenes peek.
I know. I was looking through this course material.
Okay.
I mean, one of the things that just jumps out is how many tariff classifications these people have to know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a lot.
It's
Thousands and thousands of them.
it's like some kind of crazy like secret code or something.
It's like a giant puzzle.
Right? Is it all just like rote memorization?
It's not just rote memorization.
Or is there more to it than that?
There's definitely more to it.
Okay.
It's not enough to just, be able to spout off the classifications.
Sure.
You have to understand how they work.
Yeah.
How they interact.
Okay.
How they impact, duties and taxes, which ultimately affect what we pay for stuff as consumers.
Right.
But also, a single misclassification
Okay.
can have huge legal or national security implications.
Right? I mean, it's serious business.
Yeah, it's serious.
Okay.
I mean, I know a broker who once stopped a shipment that was labeled as toys,
Toys?
but it turned out to be illegal weapons.
Oh, wow.
Cleverly disguised, of course.
Wow.
But that's the level of, attention to detail
Right.
that these folks have to have.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
So really, it's like every item in my shopping cart,
pretty much.
I mean, it has this like hidden story behind it.
Exactly.
Like how it actually got there.
Yeah, and the customs brokers, they're the ones
Right.
who are writing that story in a way.
Right. Okay. So we talked about tariffs.
Uh-huh.
But what about all these other regulations? I mean, I'm just looking through this and I see all these acronyms like CBP, FDA, ITC. It's alphabet soup over here.
Yeah, you don't need to memorize all those.
Okay.
But it just goes to show how much these customs brokers have to know
Right.
and how much they're juggling.
Yeah. Okay.
For example, there are things called import quotas.
Some countries limit how much of a certain product can be imported at a time.
Oh,
And so customs brokers need to be aware of all of that.
Okay.
And then you have trade agreements and intellectual property rights.
Right.
I mean, it's a lot.
so it's like a constantly evolving thing.
Oh, absolutely.
So these people, they have to be on top of it all the time.
Yeah, they're constantly learning.
Lot of-
Lifelong learning is super important in this profession.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to talk about all these regulations, all these rules,
Mm-hmm.
but what about just the human side of this? Like what makes somebody good at this?
Well, first of all, you have to be detail-oriented.
Okay.
I mean, like a single typo on a form can cause massive delays
Right.
or even legal issues.
Wow.
So you have to be very meticulous.
It's really detail oriented.
Absolutely. And then
Alright.
communication is super important too, because you're working with clients, you're working with government agencies,
Right.
all these different people.
Right.
So you have to be able to communicate clearly.
Yeah. Okay. So I get that it's really important, but it also kind of sounds a little tedious.
Oh, no.
I mean, all this paperwork, all these regulations.
It's anything but tedious.
Okay.
It's actually quite engaging.
How so?
Well, there's a lot of problem solving involved.
Okay.
I mean, almost like detective work.
Oh, wow.
I once had a client who was importing rubber ducks.
Rubber ducks.
You know, the classic bath toy?
Yeah.
Well, it turned out
What?
they were filled with contraband.
No way.
Yeah, so you never know what you're going to find.
Wow.
It's like a constant cat and mouse game.
Right.
And these customs brokers,
Yeah.
they're on the front lines.
Yeah.
Identifying red flags,
Wow.
preventing illegal activities,
Okay.
like smuggling or undervaluing goods.
Yeah. I never would have thought about that.
Right. It's fascinating.
Okay. So what's the craziest smuggling attempt you've ever heard of?
Oh, there are so many.
Okay.
I've heard of people trying to smuggle exotic animals in suitcases.
In suitcases.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy the things people try.
That's wild.
It really is.
Okay. So for our listeners out there,
hmm
What are the key things to remember?
Well, I think the main thing is to remember that these customs brokers, they're the unsung heroes
Right.
of global trade.
Mhm.
They're the ones making sure that all this stuff flows smoothly across borders.
Right.
They're masters of regulations, but they're also problem solvers and detectives.
Yeah.
So the next time you're using your smartphone or drinking your coffee,
Right.
just think about all the things that had to happen to
Right.
get those goods to you.
Wow.
And chances are,
Yeah.
a customs broker played a key role in that journey.
It really does make you appreciate all those everyday things that we kind of take for granted.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us on this deep dive into the world of customs brokers.
Yeah, thanks for listening.